What is the most embarrassing moment in your life? Oof. That's a hard one. I think the most embarrassing thing that and it may be look, I lost $100,000 plus to a scammer. I've had moments in my life that I'm not proud of, but the thing that I would think about and lie in bed at night and physically cringe to was one specific moment with a girl in high school. That's it. It was one specific moment where there was a girl who was a year older than me, whose name was Olivia, and she was like a hot girl in school, and I was like the dog shit soccer player guy who did a theater show once, kid, who was kind of funny, and we rode the same bus. So I'm on the bus with Olivia, right? I'm on the bus with Olivia, and every time she's on the bus, I'm laying down lil W's, and every time I'm making her, she's rolling laughing. But she was dating someone this whole time. She was dating this guy named Steven, right? Steven was cool. He could skateboard and he smoked weed, so he's tight as fuck. Me, nerdy guy, she gets on the bus. I'm dropping lil W's. One day she shows up on the bus. She's sad, all right? And who does she go to cheer her up? Well, it's me. Why was she sad? I asked. I inquired. She was like, well, Steven and I have been having some problems. And I was like, interesting. A week passes by. I notice, this is going to date me a little bit. I notice when I look at her Twitter, she has in her Twitter bio something called Ask FM. If you don't know what this is boomer shit. It is a website that used to exist where people would ask you anonymous questions. And I saw her Ask FM and an idea hatched in my manipulative teenage mind. I thought to myself, this is wonderful. I'm going to ask her a question that I think I know the answer to. So I hop on Ask FM in the privacy of my own room the night before I'm supposed to go on the bus and see her again. And I ask, who's the funniest person you know? On the bus the next day. Say hi. Olivia comes on. I'm cracking some jokes. She stops me. She goes, you want to see something funny? And I'm like, what? She's like, so I have an Ask FM. I'm like, no way. She explains what Ask FM is, even though I already know what it is, then proceeds to pull hers up, where she goes, check this question I got last night. And I'm reading it. I'm like, who's the funniest person you know? Interesting question. Well written. And I look at the answer, and there stands Ludwig. And I'm like, oh, this is so cringe. I'm not even at the cringe part. Next week, she's like, I got a car. I'm like, wait, does this mean you're not taking the bus anymore? She's like, seems like it. I give her one of these. And she says, you want a ride? I'm like, I would take a ride to school. I would take that. I wouldn't mind that. And she gives me a ride to school a couple times. The third time we go on a ride, she invites me back to her place. And I'm like, score, I'm in. She doesn't live too far from me, a couple streets down. We end up going over to her place. She's like, let's watch a movie. I'm like, dope, I'm in. Guess what movie this woman picked? She rolls up and she picks The Notebook. My brothers, she might as well have put on the screen, please kiss me on the lips. And I knew that I had to make a move today. Now, we watched the entirety of the movie. The only move I make is at one point I hit her with one of these. That's about it, though. I keep it pretty classy because I was actually invested in the movie. I'd never seen it before this time. Good movie. Ryan Gosling crushed it. Anyway, it ends. She drives me back to my place. When we get back to mine, she even does the due diligence to get out of the car to walk me to my door. At this point, I'm like, she should make the first move. All right. She has the pants in this relationship. At the footstep of our door, there's one move that I need to make to what I would call seal the deal. There's one thing that I need to do here. I think everybody in chat knows it. I'm not going to say it, but everyone can think it from this story so far. So she's sitting there at the door, and I'm making small talk. I'm looking down. I'm a little nervous. I'm looking at her hands. And I notice while I'm there, I'm just making small talk. I'm like, what's that ring on your hand? She got a ring, fourth finger. She's like, oh, this is a Claudia ring. And I was like, damn, what's a Claudia ring? She's like, oh, that's stupid. It's like a ring where it tells you if you're in a relationship or not. And if it's facing out, you're open. And if it's facing in, you're not. There's a little heart on it. I'm like, cool. Can I see it? She goes, yeah, sure. Takes off the ring, hands it over to me. Without missing a beat, I grab the ring. I go, flip that shit, grab her hand, put it right back on. And I don't say a fucking word. I just do this. And my brothers in Christ, the next minute of my life, I replay in my head every fortnight lying in bed because she sat there without saying a word, took off the ring, flipped it around, put it back on, and then she said, "That was way too soon. I just got out of a relationship," and walked away. She never gave me a ride again. She never took the bus again, and we never talked again. That was the most embarrassing moment in my life.